Hello and welcome to another update on the Newberg real estate market. I'm Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group, and this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, March 17th. So hope you had a fantastic weekend and a great St. Patrick's Day. Certainly was awesome weather, and we're going to continue here for another couple days. So I'm going to share the screen with you now, and we'll go through the info here together. So first off, looking at active listing activity. So this last week, we saw a good little bump in new listings coming on the market. 17 hit the market, which you can kind of see certainly a high for the past 8 weeks. And in terms of total number of listings, it hasn't moved a whole lot. You can kind of see we started off at 79, and it's for the most part just been in the 70s. This last week came in at just above that at 81 homes of on the market right now in Newberg. The median price and days on market for those actives, that has certainly kind of come down in terms of the price. You can kind of see that it started off at 570 8 weeks back. And then, for the past month, it's been kind of in the 480s to 490. Last 2 weeks, it's been at 490,000. And days on market, it's getting a little up and down. You can kind of see we started off at 69, high of 69 and kind of a low of 44 this last week. Finished kind of in between that at 53 days of average market time right now for these 81 homes that are currently on the market in Newberg. Moving along to pending sales. This last week, we had 10 new properties go pending, one more than the prior week where we had 9. And you can kind of see in terms of total pendings, that has definitely been on the rise over the past 8 weeks. We had a low of 21 pendings 8 weeks back. And that's got up to now 40 homes are pending right now in Newberg as of this last week. The median price, days on market for the pendings, you can see we started off around 500,000, and it's come up a little bit since then. This last week hit 518 for the median price of the pending listings. And then days on market, that started off at 83 days and then did clear down to 56 here just 2 weeks ago. It did pop back up this past week to 86 days of average market time for, again, these most recent 40 homes that are in pending status. Okay, sold listings. So as of the time I put this info together this last week, we had 4 this last week. So kind of off down from a couple weeks here where we had, the high was 8 here 3 weeks back on a week-by-week basis. And then when I look back over the prior 4 weeks of sales on a week-by-week basis, that's the red bars. You can kind of see what's happened with that. So we started off at 20 over the prior 4 weeks. That did clear down to 13 here about a month ago and into mid-February. And then we have bounced back from there. This last week hit 23 homes have sold over the prior 4 weeks. Most recently. So the median sold price and days on market for these sold listings, you can kind of see with our first month we were in kind of in the 430s for the most part, and then this last 4 weeks here, this last month, we've been kind of in the 480s for the most part. So this last week came in at 485 for the median sold price, and then days on market, that has been on the rise. We had a couple started off here in the low to mid 30s, 34, 35, and then got up to 70, did swing back down a little bit to 48, and then we popped back up this last week to 82 days of average market time for these most recent 23 sales in Newberg. And then last thing we'll look at here in terms of data is weeks of inventory and the sale prices percent of the original list price. So the red bars is the weeks of inventory, kind of the good measurement between supply and demand. And you can kind of see we started off about 16 weeks of inventory. That clear up to about 24 weeks at kind of the low point here, mid-February. And then we have seen quite a downshift from there. This last week came in at 14 weeks of average inventory. Right now is the latest figure on that. So that's about a little over 3 months worth of inventory. And then sale price percent of the list price, you can kind of see we had a low of a little over 95% of original list price. That got clear up to just under full asking price here 3 weeks back. It has moderated a little bit from there. This last reading came in at about 98%. So just about a 2% discount off of average list price right now. So, all in all, we've kind of returned to a pretty strong seller's market right now, based just upon, limited inventory and, sales on pending sales and sales on the rise in spite of interest rate challenges. And that's the last thing we'll look at here again. So according to Mortgage News Daily, which is the website I use to kind of track what's happening in the mortgage market, just kind of refresher here. So we kind of hit touched 8% mortgage rates here kind of in fall of last year, and then it kind of fell like a rock over the next 2 months into late December, down to about 6.6% or so. Then we've kind of drifted higher since the beginning of the year. And then 2 weeks ago, earlier this month, we had a pretty nice little drop that happened, got us back down into the sixes for a little bit. And then this last week, unfortunately, kind of gave all that gain back. So we had a couple inflation reports that came out, unfortunately, pretty hot, a consumer price index as well as a producer price index. So those two things combined kind of really poured a lot of cold water on the bond market, which sets interest rates, and got us back above 7% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage for a prime borrower. So that is the update for now, and hope it was helpful for you as always. If I can answer questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone and email address are down below the video, and let me know what I can do to help. As always, really appreciate any likes, comments, shares of my videos. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button to my channel, please do so you can keep up to date on what's happening in your local market. So hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we will see you on the next update.